Okay, so your name is Jaclyn.
Jaclyn.
So how are you feeling about this experience right now?
It's very different. Like, it would be really great if it happened, you know,
Right.
but I'm not
Counting
stressed
on it.
either way.
You're not stressed, yeah. So what kind of work do you do?
I'm a painter, oil on canvas, like large-scale, realistic narrative. Here's one of my paintings.
That's a painting? Wow.
It's about 5 feet. All of my work's fairly large. So this is one of the ones I'm working on.
Talent.
Oh, thank you.
So they're done from photographs?
Yeah, this is my process actually, because this is the current painting I'm working on. So I take a reference photo and adapt it in Photoshop.
Right.
I take all my own photographs and then of myself, and then I create a painting based off of that.
Right.
So, am I in most of my paintings?
I mean, yeah. Are they mostly self-portraits?
Yeah.
And
it's not so much that they're self-portraits. It's more that I'm interested in the idea of persona. So I like to think of an artist beyond what he or she makes.
What do you mean by that?
I think an artist is more the person and the work combined than just the work. Like Andy Warhol or Salvador Dali or Jeff Koons.
See your role as representing your work as having a persona.
Absolutely. And I think it's inescapable in a way, but some artists will choose to make it more a part of their work than other artists.
Right. Like, what kind of persona are you sort of working with, do you think?
Well, I think I've always been involved in the art world from a young age, and I've never really fit in with the artistic stereotypes of how an artist would look or act, or with whom an artist would socialize. And so it's been a challenge for me to reconcile that with my work and my seriousness of my work in the art world.
You think people don't take you seriously?
Exactly. Well, I don't. I mean,
Because you're cute. Is that it?
And a few other reasons, but yeah, there's several. I think a lot of it's the way I present myself.
So you think that in your own mind you don't present yourself the way and what you imagine an artist would present themselves?
Typically.
What does your father do?
My father he owns a computer software company.
So you're from a business, or what about your mom? Is she creative?
No, well, she's got her degree in journalism, but she just works for my dad. My entire life is actually about art. Like, I work for Jeff Koons right now, and then in my spare time I paint my own work as often as possible, or go to art openings.
What do you consider the typical persona for an artist to be? Like, just
a typical, people would refer to it as hipster. I don't like to generalize that way.
Right.
But, they tend to live in a certain area.
So you see people in Williamsburg as what?
Typically. I mean, it's not like I'm saying generally everybody is that way, but
how do you see yourself as different? And I'm not
interests, the way I present myself, as far as my style, the things that, I don't know, the place I live,
where do you live?
Like in a city as opposed to.
So you see yourself maybe a little more uptown than the average artist?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Because there's a lot of scrutiny I face over I guess the authenticity of my work, or why I would choose to be an artist. Or
see that people see you as I hate to just a shorthand, it's sex object, and that they're not, or as a really sexy woman, and that that's an obstacle to have them taking your work seriously.
I think it is sometimes. It's something that I never thought of was an issue until it was brought to my attention.
Really? How did that happen?
In art school, in college. You like the imagery, it's definitely skillfully done.
Yeah.
And people were just sort of shocked because they didn't expect it from someone that looked like me. I mean, I've gotten all sorts of comments oh, you look just like this LA girl, or kind of a bimbo, or a bitch, or I've heard everything. Something that when I became aware of it, I then intentionally made that part of the work, you know.
So is that partly why you're using it now, using the imagery?
Oh, absolutely, because it, like for me, it's always been about painting and about the painting. But then once that was, you know, something that really affected my life in positive and negative ways, I thought, you know, I can't not make this a part of my work. It's who I am, and it's going to affect the way my work is perceived, whether I like it or not. So I might as well take charge of it and somehow.
Interesting. So how do you think, like, you being a particularly attractive, sexy woman is going to help? Do you do you think it's going to help your chances?
To be honest,
you really don't think so?
No, I think it's I'm not sure. I wish it would. I really do, because I'm a very passionate artist, and it's something that I would want to do for the art, you know.
Right.
But I think that it could be a big detriment because I don't fit like a certain profile they might be looking for. So I'd like to think it would help. I guess it would depend on who's judging me. So there's been points in my life where particularly like women have judged me very harshly. And, like,
I could see that.
You know,
I mean, I can see someone
like not given the opportunities specifically because of.
But do you feel like you get extra opportunities with men art teachers and professors and stuff like that? You must. Come on.
I think that, sure. And in certain situations, like a little bit, But it's not, like I said, it evens itself out. It's not really something that's ever.
So have you ever been offered to be in any movies or anything else or any TV shows?
No.
No? You've never been cast in anything?
People that made the cut.
I'm getting a shot.